of the code talkers. So we're just going to take a look at the two pictures here that you'll find in the article. I want you to just take a moment and make some predictions of what you think this article will be about. Okay. So now we're going to go over some vocabulary words. The first word is ally. It is a noun. It is a country that gives help to another country, often during war. So I found this picture. It's of two different countries, and they're in the army, or they are soldiers, and they are working together. The next word is battle. It is also a noun. It is a fight between two groups. So you see right here, there's one group, and then across along the tree is a second group. The next word is classified. It is an adjective. It means a secret. So I found this picture that has a classified stamp. The next word is complex. It is an adjective, which means it's not simple. The next word is confuse. It is a verb to cause someone or something to get mixed up. The next word is decipher. It is a verb to figure out. So this is kind of like a decipher code. The picture on the right, it has pictures that you have to put together and that creates one word. The next word is frail. It is an adjective. It means weak. Innovative. It is an adjective. It means to be creative, especially in the way that something is done. So I found something of like a brain, and it just shows different things that makes someone innovative. Intelligent system. It is a noun. Ways of passing along secret information. Invaluable. It is an adjective. Very useful or valuable. These are things that would be useful in the story that we're about to read. Legacy is a noun, an idea that is handed down to younger people. So, for example, here we have the presidents and the carvings in Mount Rushmore, and they had ideas that were handed down to America, which ended up being our American legacy that kept passing down ideas, which turned into new things that we created here. Next is a message, which is a noun, something that someone tells or sends to someone else. So I have one on the left of emails that can be sent, another one through text message. Perplex is a verb, to puzzle or confuse. Tactical is an adjective. It has having to do with plans. So you can see this soldier is working on plans on his table. Unrelated is an adjective, having nothing to do with each other. You can see that they're separated. So now we're going to get into the story, into the article, and this article is called Story of the Code Talkers. So it says, an unbreakable code. New York, New York. The Navajo Code Talkers were a special Marine unit. The Code Talkers came up with a secret code. The code was used during World War II. It perplexed the Japanese. They were never able to break it. During World War II, there were 400 code talkers. Today, only about 50 code talkers are still alive. They're in their 80s. Many are frail or sick. They fear their legacy will die with them. There's little time to tell their story. What did the Navajo code talkers do? They had an important job during World War II. They sent secret messages by radio and telephone. 29 Navajos created the code. They used words from the Navajo language. The code was almost impossible to decipher. Navajo words stood for English words like what? The word Ginny means chicken hawk. It was used for a plane called a dive bomber. It dives when attacking. So do chicken hawks. Sometimes code talkers spelled their messages. They They used a Navajo word for each letter. Suppose they wanted to use an A. They could pick from 3 words. They could use Wolachi, Ben Lasana, or Tisnil. All 3 stood for A. During the war, the Navajo code was used to confuse the enemy. The Battle of Iwo Jima was one example. It was in 1945. During the first 48 hours, 6 Navajo code talkers worked without stopping. They sent and received more than 800 tactical messages. The messages told where soldiers were. They told about enemy fire. The Japanese could not decipher the messages. This was a big change. Before this, the Japanese understood many U.S. messages. The code helped the U.S. prevail at Iwo Jima. It also helped the U.S. win other World War II battles. It saved many American lives. It helped end the war sooner. For many years, the code was a secret. It was classified. The code talkers couldn't tell anyone how it worked. Why? U.S. leaders might want to use it again. This changed in 1968. The Navajo code was declassified, but the code talkers kept their secret. For years, they didn't talk about the code. They didn't tell anyone what they did in the war. Today, the code talkers want their story to live on. A museum was set up. It is in New Mexico. It honors the code talkers. The museum was set to open in 2012. So, for example, if you look up at the picture, these are Navajo code talkers. This photo was taken in December 1943, so this is something like what it would look like when the war happened. So now you're going to move on to looking at the important facts. So just like before, you're going to write a complete sentence about something that happened in the beginning, the middle, and the end. And this is where you will write your important facts. Next, you will write your summary. Remember, a lot of you are still not doing this correctly. Make sure you read these instructions and success criteria carefully. It says using the previous slide, write your summary of the article. Your summary should have 3 sentences. 1 sentence about the beginning, 1 sentence about the middle, and 1 sentence about the end. And this is where you will type your summary. And when you're finished here, you can go over and open the Google Slides and type in your answers. And don't forget to go into Achieve and take your activity quiz.